At the start of the year, 71-year-old Ken Bruce announced he was quitting his popular Radio 2 and moving to rival station Greatest Hits Radio. Although the presenter states it was his own decision to leave the BBC, he admits there was a dispute when it came to the timing of his exit. Since Ken joined the BBC back in the 70s, he became a well-established face on the broadcaster. Announcing his exit in January, the host told listeners that although he was heartbroken, it was the right time to leave. Although he was meant to have his last radio show with the BBC at the end of March, Ken shared the corporation wanted him to leave earlier. It's reported the reason behind his early exit was to stop the host from promoting his new show on a rival station. Appearing on Alan Titchmarsh's Love Your Weekend today, the presenter touched on leaving the BBC. Alan said, "Now you move on to Greatest Hits Radio," which came as a shock to people. There were various, "Oh, did the BBC handle this well? It must have been a tricky time for you." "I'm trying to be a little bit diplomatic rather than putting you on the spot, but I mean, it's disappointing for us listeners really." Ken replied, "I'm sorry to be leaving Radio 2, but I felt the time was right. I've been there a long time. It doesn't mean to say you don't eventually get that feeling that it is time to move. You can't stay doing exactly the same thing forever. So I thought, let's try something else while I'm still young enough and still alive enough to be able to do it. I'd like to try something else, and there's a nice little extra part to the career." However, with claims the BBC axed Ken's show before it was originally planned, Alan questioned whether or not he was happy with the way his departure was handled. Ken continued, "Well, these things are never tidy as you want. Don't miss The Crown's James Murray on reason he jumped at Prince Andrew role." Latest, BBC Breakfast fans distracted by absolutely gorgeous disabled dogs. Latest, the Sussexes suffering an annus horribilis after being humiliated. Latest, by and large it was good. There was just a little moment towards the end where there was a slight dispute about finishing dates. Alan asked, "Disappointing?" To which the radio host admitted, "Yeah, but it's past now. It doesn't really matter because the new job has started and I'm enjoying it." At the start of April, Ken made his debut on Greatest Hits Radio, where he has continued to do his much-loved quiz show Pop Master. Speaking to Alan, Ken confessed he's thinking the move from BBC should have been done a lot sooner. He added, "It does refresh, moving, it does re-energize you, I hope anyway. I am feeling that I'm on a new chapter, so rather than turning a handle and going into a decline, I'm trying to climb again." Alan Titchmarsh's Love Your Weekend continues Sundays on ITV from 9:20 a.m.